judge panel and the audience. Hope all of you are curious to know what will be our topic when you see this image. As professionals in quality assurance field, do you conduct exhaustive testing? Conducting exhaustive testing is impossible. Then, how do you select the test code? Do you conduct all kind of testing? Have you identified what are the limitations you come across when testing? Have you thought about how to overcome your limitations? So, today we will tell secret of achieving high quality product. This will be presented by Janit Gunasekara, Pulasti Pereira and myself, Rashali Silva. Let's present why we select this. As quality assurance professionals, we need to plan testing before we execute. When doing planning, it is really important to identify the correct testing scope based on the requirements. As all of you are aware, there are different types of testing conducted to measure the quality characteristic. Some of mainly used test types are functional testing, performance testing, regression testing, security testing. Though you identify correct test scopes and test types, will you be able to conduct them all? Sometimes you may test the main functionalities, and sometimes only the functional and regression testing. Have you thought about what has limited your testing? According to the literatures, testing has limited due to limited schedule, lacking or poorly written requirements, changes in technologies, limited tester skills, and budget constraints. Academic research has conducted to identify the relationship between testing constraints and impacted to testing. Researchers had conducted a number of literatures about software testing and testing constraints and came up with this. Testing constraint is the independent variable and level of test type execution is the dependent variable in this model. Data were gathered from sending questionnaires and conducting interviews from professionals in quality assurance field. After conducting statistical analysis such as Pearson correlation and multiple regression, we were able to come up with this equation. This equation implies there is a strong negative relationship between testing constraints and level of test type execution. We thought of applying this research output to software development project as a pilot study. After releasing a new code to production, there were defects reported by some customers. We conducted a root cause analysis using cause-effect diagram, and we were able to identify the root causes for the defects and why we didn't test them. 3 defects were reported due to poor requirements, 3 defects were reported due to time constraints, 2 defects due to skill constraint, and 1 due to changes in technology. Though we have identified testing constraints, how we can overcome them? To do that, we have to prioritize the testing constraints. How we can do that? We have used the output of the academic research to prioritize the testing constraint. According to this equation, first priority has given to poor requirements, then next priority for time constraint, and the third priority has given to skill constraints. According to the research, budget and changes in technology constraints did not consider for this equation. Management was able to identify how to overcome testing constraints, and they were able to find solutions to break the testing barriers. This has resulted in the improvement in software testing in their next production release. We suggest all the quality assurance professionals to identify testing constraints, list them according to the priority, and find how to overcome them. This will help to increase the quality of the software and customer satisfaction. Most of the leading companies have reached the success by utilizing their resources effectively. We have referred the following literatures. Thank you for listening.